Thank you very much for attending this event. This is one of the very first events in LibIT Show, LibIT Show. I'm supposed to have some new product introduction and just have some new awareness about technologies. Because you know, Africa and especially Liberia is very fast growing, fast development. So I would like to introduce you some new products that you can just increase the level of knowledge of IT technology. About myself, my name is Mani, coming from Turkey. I'm the CTO, the technical manager of the company called MITSCo. Our headquarters is in Turkey, Istanbul. But we have international training all over the world, almost in Africa, mostly more than 15 countries. We started the Liberia career 2013. Yeah, 2013. It was in the middle of Ebola outbreak, and actually the country was in chaos. It was a big disaster at that time. I just came to develop the internet technology here to increase more networks all over, especially Monrovia and some other counties, because of the NGO who was involved in Ebola outbreak. So in many counties, also out of Monrovia, we have done some Wi-Fi projects to provide internet access for all of them. So since then, 2013, regularly, minimum 2-3 times a year, we've got these type of trainings, marketing, weekly, and Cameo. Later on, I'll go through the trainings, courses, details, table of contents, and so on. But at the moment, let's have some introduction about the products and also about technologies that the services and technologies that we offer. About the services, we also call ourselves as a full stack consultancy provider. We just support the world. We've got many ISPs, internet providers, wireless providers all over the world, all over Africa, that we support remotely. We offer remote consultancy and remote support. There are many ISPs like something like Electroshock in this country. Also some telco companies like FTN or Orange. In Nigeria also we are working with very big ISPs. Because just to compare the countries, you know that Nigeria already has 200 million population. It's not really comparable with Liberia. A couple of million, I think 4 or 5 million is there. So the smallest service provider in Lagos itself, the Lagos itself has 14 million population. So the smallest ISP, smallest internet provider in Lagos has minimum 5,000, 6,000, 7,000 clients. You're talking about thousands of clients, very high traffic. So many ISPs getting services from us remotely, and we support them, we consult them on-site and online, which we keep remote. We do network and link planning, especially in wireless networking, also at the core and edge networking. Because if you want to start to provide services to end users, to last mile customers, you need to design your network well. Everything starts from the design. If you have a well design, there's no hassle for installation, deployment, and monitoring. But if you have a weak design, if you haven't designed well, then you have serious troubles. Then you need to face serious troubles. So designing and planning is the most important part of any network development. Production selection, this is my main goal here at this event, because I want to introduce some products, and you need to know how to select products, because maybe a very cheap device to compare very expensive and advanced one can give you the services you want. You don't need to get the bigger one. Even the cheaper one can, supposed to do, but as you are not aware of services, as you don't know what's the differences between, then you may not be able to select the product well. So product selection is actually big for us. You need to select exactly the best product, depends on the requirements and the needs. Training, as you know, is the big part of our job all over the world. We do training, international training, and that's not only the training, which includes exam and certification. At the end of each training, we will have an exam, international exam. We don't even involve in that exam, because the exam comes from the manufacturer platform, comes from their website. Questions, scoring, everything comes from them.
And once you pass, you are certified and they issue the certificate to you. We don't issue that certificate. Manufacturer issues that certificate, which lasts maybe for 3-4 years, depends on the provider. After 3-4 years, then you just need to update your certificate. Nowadays, in last 5-6 years, having marketing and ubiquity certificate gives you big ability to apply for ISP business, ISP consultancy, ISP services as the engineer and so on. So, can say marketing and ubiquity courses are really valid all over the world. And if you want to apply for such a job, they would ask you, do you have marketing MTCNA? Do you have ubiquity UBWA? And depends on the courier, depends on the course, you may ask for such a certificate. 24/7 support, monthly, daily, hourly. We already have some contracts all over Africa for 24/7 support. Even 3 a.m., even in the middle of midnight, our customers have priority to leave us a ticket and we attend their network as well. Moreover than this 24/7 support, I always include 2 hours of free support to all my students. So if someone comes to my class and have any confusion or question or problem after the training, can come to me, can find me online on WhatsApp or Skype, and I already have offer of 2 hours free training, free consultancy, and free support. I even be able to connect to you through TeamViewer or whatever, up to 2 hours. Online support and consultancy, which was removed, we talked already about, on-site. And software development, you know that nowadays it's era of integration. What I mean by software development is just not only developing the software, it's all about integration. Because you just need to integrate different things. You know, you are the hotel owner, you have the hotel, there is a management application out there. There is an application for guests, they would just check in their guests. So, on the other side, there would be Wi-Fi network, which is the hotspot. You know, hotspot is a service that you provide internet to public areas, like metro station, bus station, university campus, school, or any other public network like airport or kind of hotels and resorts. So the owner of the hotel might like to integrate these two applications. As soon as they check in their guests to their CRM application, to their hotel management application, they would like to have the username and password of the Wi-Fi based on the first name or surname of the guest, or maybe the passport number. It can be so secure. This is just an integration. This is an API between. We need to develop an API between their application and the Wi-Fi system to connect them together. As soon as they check in the guest or check out the guest, Wi-Fi username will be activated or deactivated. This is all through the API. So software development is not only about developing a software, web application, or maybe a website. It's all about integration. If you know Zapier, Zapier is the biggest integrator in the world. Zapier.com. If you don't know them, you can just check them out. Zapier.com, they would have lots of integrators, lots of APIs. They call it trigger. Lots of triggers for free. For example, between between Gmail account and your Dropbox. You may like to have all your email attachments automatically stored in a Dropbox. There would be API for that. That's the free one. Some of them free, some of them not, some of them expensive. Depends what you need. So integration is the big part of IT networking at the moment. You cannot say only I'm the software developer, I just develop the application. I'm the network engineer, I just manage the networks. Somehow, if you're a network engineer, you need the knowledge of development. You need the knowledge of system engineering because you may need to support a Linux server or Windows server. So even if you are the network engineer, you still need to know software engineering, system engineering, and other paths in IT technologies. Moreover, if you have any questions, any problems, you can talk with my team in Istanbul. We have a team of 4 agents in Istanbul, 2 in Africa, which are located in Nigeria, Lagos. This is a chat platform on our website. It's supposed to be available 24/7. Depends, maybe some at the weekends or deep at the middle of the night, maybe our team couldn't catch you up. But you're always welcome to talk with our team in case of any problem, any question or concern.
Now let's go over some, yeah.
Just go back to the
Yeah, I'm sorry. Also, I will provide my contact details. You guys can always just catch me up. I try to be available most of the time, but you know when I'm in training or when I'm in event or somewhere, then I may have kind of delay, but I will definitely come back to you by mail or by WhatsApp or whatever. If you provide your number, if you provide your email address, and if you ask me a question completely, if I get your meeting, then I will definitely come back to you. At the end of the course, I provide my contact details as well, at the end of the session. So about the products, you know that we are officially a partner of MITSCo, which is a European company, a manufacturer located in Latvia, and making networking devices, not only the core and edge devices, but also the wireless devices, as well as last mile products. MITSCo already has some last mile products which are very cheap, and you can use it everywhere. Even at home, MITSCo has some home use devices, and you already can play with. But MITSCo in wireless, in terms of wireless, have some big competitors. For example, Ubiquiti Network is one of the biggest wireless manufacturers all over the world. And actually Ubiquiti, in terms of unlicensed frequencies, you know unlicensed frequencies, 2.4 gigahertz and 5 gigahertz are already unlicensed. In unlicensed frequencies, Ubiquiti has actually highest saves in highest rate in saves. Point to point, point to multi-point, Ubiquiti has lots of good solutions. But in MITSCo, something which is awesome is about the RouterOS. RouterOS is the name of MITSCo operating system. Same as the Cisco iOS. If you've heard about Cisco, you know iOS is Cisco operating system. Same as MITSCo, which is RouterOS. And router board is the name of MITSCo hardware. So everywhere you hear RouterOS and router board, you can make sure this is the MITSCo registered trademark name. But the good thing in MITSCo, you know, in Cisco, depends what is your device. Layer 2 switch, layer 3 switch, layer 3 router. You may have different version of the iOS. The operating system might be different. But in MITSCo, no matter what is your hardware, no matter what type of router board you're using, no matter even if it's x86 on your laptop, you still can have the same version of RouterOS. So you don't need to work and play with virtual environments like Packet Tracer. You don't need that. You have hardware. You can play with the MITSCo itself. It's cheap. Even a cheap device, even $10, $15 device, already has the same RouterOS as a device which is the most enterprise one, $4,000 for the core network. Still, RouterOS is the same. So, you don't need to play with virtual stuff once you already have the physical one. You even can set up RouterOS on your own laptop. It has x86 version. You can set it up locally as much as you like. Even on VMware, you can set up VMware client, VMware workstation on your laptop, and you can have a bunch of routers as much you like. There you can interconnect them together and make the scenario. So basically, to learn MITSCo, you don't need to spend money. You don't need to buy very expensive stuff. Even on your own laptop, you can have it. You can download for free and install it. MITSCo is not free. RouterOS is not free. It's license-based. But license is not about different features. It's about the level of support. For example, license level 4 can have a support of 200 customers, but license level 5 has 500. But still with license level 4, which is very cheap, you still can support up to 200 clients. If you have 200 customers, if you have up to 200 clients, you'll be able to pay like $30 just for the operating system, just for the license. Still, there is a free version. If you just want to have it for training purposes, you still can set it up locally on your laptop for free. You don't need even to pay. But these are MITSCo Ethernet routers. These are mostly home user routers. This is a small device, which is so cheap, something like $40, $50, already has RouterOS, already has license level 4,
It has 5 Ethernet ports, which can be like switch, if you like, or any routing purposes. Some of them specifically has like already included a wireless interface. So you can make it as an access point at home, connect your internet connection, and just share and distribute your internet with just $40 device. Very cheap one. You already have router OS on it. Same as this one. This is the Hex PoE. Very cheap, like $25. This one doesn't have any wireless, but you know the yellow Ethernet in MikroTik means PoE out. What is PoE out? Let's say in this room we already have 4 cameras, IP camera. IP camera has PoE standard, means you can feed it, you can power it up with a PoE standard. So this device can power up 4 cameras, 4 PoE devices, 4 antennas, or even 4 IP phones. You know, IP phone nowadays support PoE. So you can power up 4 of them, and you can connect your internet connection and already feed them. So this is a cheap and affordable one for that purpose. MikroTik already makes very enterprise routers, very enterprise one, like CCR 1036 has a CPU with 36 core. This router designed for massive networking. Designed for an ISP with thousands of clients, 2,000, 3,000, 4,000. You can have 4,000 of connections already on this router. But MikroTik most expensive and the most powerful router is CCR 1072. This one has a CPU with 72 core. You know, your laptop has a multi-core CPU or quad-core CPU or maximum 8-core CPU. This router has 72 CPU cores. This is the most powerful one, and it can handle thousands of clients, like 5, 6, 7,000 of clients. But actually the number of clients depends on a lot of things. Depends on the type of service, depends on your traffic, your throughput, your firewall, your bandwidth management. But this device is really capable. MikroTik already makes some switches, but the only difference between MikroTik routers and MikroTik switches is all about the switch chip. It means the switch one already has a hardware chip for switching purposes. It means even if you already have a switch one, you can have routing features as well as switching features, all in the same box. And in terms of wireless, MikroTik makes a lot of good things, and also cheap one. But if you want to be enterprise, if you have lots of clients, definitely Ubiquiti is much better than MikroTik in terms of wireless. So for wireless, I would prefer MikroTik, but I would prefer Ubiquiti, but still depends. Even if you still want to use MikroTik with very well designed, you still can have MikroTik, because exactly the same network, exactly the same wireless network in MikroTik and Ubiquiti cost you 30–40% more in Ubiquiti. You have to pay more because Ubiquiti is more expensive, but it's more capable. You can have more clients. It supports more than MikroTik. But if you are low in budget and if you just need to stick to MikroTik, I still can design very well network by MikroTik, but definitely requires good design. You really need a good design. For example, this one is very cheap. This one is LTE, means you need to use a low rate, less than 2.4, and also with a SIM card. This one is QRT5. It's in 5 gigahertz. The pair of this is not more than $180, $190. But you can have a point-to-point link up to 10 kilometers, and it gives you like 80 megabit throughput. 80 megabit throughput for $150 is very good, very cheap. But because it's 5 gigahertz, and 5 gigahertz is already saturated in most of the environments, like Monrovia, then the challenge is running a network with 5 gigahertz, because the environment is already saturated. Home devices, still cheap one. This is, I think, the smallest router in the world. This one is like $25. It has all router capabilities. It has license level 4. It has wireless, and already has 1 Ethernet port. So this is good for hotel solutions, for example. With a lot of rooms, you can just put one of them inside. Inside each room, The guests can have their own SSID, can have their own wireless interface, and have privacy. This is the cheap one for that purpose. But in Ubiquiti, as I said, Ubiquiti is more professional in wireless because they focus actually on wireless devices. When I talk about wireless devices, better to separate them because there are two different technologies. One of these wireless technologies, which we call it Wi-Fi. What is Wi-Fi? Wi-Fi is the wireless network supposed to provide internet wirelessly to you. That's the Wi-Fi network. Means the customer or client of the Wi-Fi network is yourself, with your mobile phone, with your laptop, with your iPad, or gadgets. So the last mile or the end user is normal devices, standard devices. This is the network, we call it Wi-Fi network. But aside Wi-Fi network, in wireless, you already have point-to-point and point-to-multipoint network. What is point-to-point? Like you want to connect two buildings together. This is point-to-point wireless network. With new technologies nowadays, for a point-to-point link, you can go up to 150 kilometers. Your first building is here, your second building is 150 kilometers away. You still can connect these two buildings just with a wireless network. And with new technology, you can have like 400, 500, 600 megabit per second. Over 150 kilometers. Which county is 150? Bo? How far is Bo? Bo is far? More than 150. Which one is within 150 kilometers? Close county. Yeah. Zakabia. Yeah, this is less than 150. You still can connect it. You still can connect it. Even if that county is over 200 kilometers away, you still can bridge it. You can bridge it. You can put a tower at 100 kilometers, just make the first point-to-point, bridge it, and then you can have another point-to-point, 100 kilometers. In Burkina Faso, you know Burkina Faso is one of the French countries. Neighbors, Niger, Ivory Coast, and I think Mali, all over. And Ouagadougou is the capital of Burkina Faso, which is located somehow at the middle of the country. In 4 ways, north, south, east, west, we've got like 350 kilometers of point-to-point wireless links. We provide internet to the borders all over. That's governmental project. That's governmental project. That project is with Ubiquiti. Air fiber product designed for point-to-point backhaul. What is backhaul? When I say backhaul, my mean is very high throughput point-to-point. When I say very high throughput, it means 1 gigabit. Air fiber 5 can give you 1 gigabit over 100 kilometers. Air fiber 5. Air fiber 24 can give you 2 gigabits over 20 kilometers. Why 20 kilometers? Because frequency is very high. Frequency 24 gigahertz. My students already know that once you increase the frequency, distance comes down. This is 5 gigahertz. That's why it can last for 100 kilometers. But this is 24 gigahertz. Cannot get more than 20 kilometers. But air fiber designed for point-to-point. Now, another type of network is point-to-multipoint. Means you have a sector, you have a base station somewhere, and you have multiple clients. Those clients already can be your different POP sites because in different geographical location, you already want to provide service. So in a point-to-multipoint network, you just distribute your internet between your POPs. Behind the POP, you have your clients, you have your last mile client. Per each client, you want to put one of these small democratic or Ubiquiti devices. That technology in Ubiquiti called AirMax. AirMax is point-to-point and point-to-multipoint products of the Ubiquiti. Means at the base station you may need one of these devices, Rocket AC5, which is actually awesome for base station. Also, you may like to have a sector antenna. You know sector antenna is designed for point-to-multipoint. Where's Emmett? Emmett. Emmett, where is Emmett? Oh, I went out? Okay.
He has long experience with these type of devices. At the base station, we want to put one of these with one sector antenna. This device is capable to support 100 clients, and you still can use this device as the client. This is not on station. We have all these devices in our training lab. If you just join us tomorrow at Ala Lagoon for marketing and ubiquity training, we have all these devices. You can just play with the hardware already. So one of these devices with one of these antennas, but this antenna, the beam width is 90 degrees, means up to 90 degrees, you can have up to 100 clients. This device is really capable as the base station. This is about ubiquity products. But as I said, another type of technology is Wi-Fi. And Wi-Fi technology is designed to support internet to the last mile. These are ubiquity Wi-Fi products. Let's say in this room, we can have one or two of these devices. Each of them are capable to support 60, 70 clients. So one of these would be enough here. We are not more than 50 in this group. One of these would be enough for us. One of them. But as I said, ubiquity is more expensive than marketing. If you want to put marketing here, yeah, it's cheaper, but you need two of them. Because each of them can support 30, 40 clients. Still supported, still capable, but you just need to calculate the number of clients, the amount of throughput. About some case studies, about the projects we already have. This is that project I told you in Burkina Faso. It supports different countries, different counties. And some of these projects are already countrywide, means connect the capital of that country to all other states and counties. This project is in Sierra Leone. There is a point-to-point network between our pump sites in different locations, and this is the coverage of each access point. So, we could support that. This is the Wi-Fi project I told you in Nigeria. 2,500 public access points at the street. We call it city-wide Wi-Fi. In these projects, we have towers already feeding our buildings in different locations. 2,500 access points, public access points already available. As I said, Lagos has 40 million population. The demand is huge. So these access points support city-wide Wi-Fi, which is cheaper than your 3G. Because you have to buy $2, $3, $4, $5 for package 1, 2, 3, 4 gig. But with Wi-Fi, with just $1, $2, you can get 10 gig. So Wi-Fi is cheaper for the end user. Customers prefer to buy city-wide Wi-Fi instead of the 3G package, instead of your mobile package. This project is very big and actually designed for high-dense areas. As I said, these 2,500 devices located at the street poles. There are street poles, each of them 1 kilometer away, 100 meters away. There are two point-to-point devices. One of them this side, one of them that side. So it connects all the poles in a row. Then we have backup from both sides. In case of disconnection in one of the sides, we already can access from the other one. And each of the boxes equipped with one access point. This access point is capable of 120 clients. So let's say every 100 meters, every 200 meters, we have one of these devices for very long distance, like main road here in Monrovia. Every 100, 200 meters, we have one of these. And it's fully off-grid. This is fully off-grid. Means we have solar panels to feed, to power them up, and we already support a solar switch. So this project is fully off-grid. We don't need any city power, we don't need anything. It's just a solar panel. We just feed them all with solar stuff. This project is very big, and you know that in Monrovia still there is no city-wide Wi-Fi. You cannot find a Wi-Fi publicly outside. I've heard MITSCo has one access point out of the building, and that is the free one. People can sit around the building and surf. I don't know how true it's that, but you guys have to make a kind of Wi-Fi there. Another thing we have, this is the box that we already designed. This box has been completely manufactured in Turkey. It has the box, it has the antenna, it has a camera if you like, the main box and point-to-points. This one fully designed in Turkey. You have your battery, 12-volt batteries. You have your power rail, you have your sensor board, you have your switch, and your access points can be the camera. We already sell this camera stream because there are some people who want to watch their gates, their main gates, but they don't like to buy a camera, they cannot install it, so they just hire this camera. We give them visibility of their gates. So they don't need hardware, they just need to pay for service. They don't need to pay for hardware. They can pay for service. Another product which we are working on it is very cheap IPTV solution. You know the problem of IPTV? IPTV already is online. Means there are some teleports normally in Europe and US, in Netherlands, in UK, in France, or in US. And through the internet, if you have IPTV box, which is the Android box, then you just need to fetch the stream from the internet. You need online. And per each channel, you consume like 2-3 megabits per second. So if you have 10 channels, you need to waste like 40-50 megabits, which is not available in Monrovia. This device is the local IPTV. Means you don't need internet to bring the channel. You can just generate the channel locally. How? There's a satellite TV. You already have satellite, like DSTV, for example. You already have your satellite. This device converts your satellite to IPTV. You don't need internet to fetch the information. No internet. This device locally provides channels. This is the modular device. Each module can support 1 HD channel or 2 SD channel. So let's say you may have like 25 or 40 cards to get 100 channels. Once you bring these 100 channels for free, you don't pay for internet, you just have the server, you have your satellite decoder, that one decodes to the IP, comes here, this one streams in multicast. 100 channels, very cheap. This is not a unique device. There are some other manufacturers providing such a thing. But our goal, our aim here was being something cheap. Exactly the same solution available, many of them, but those are like 5 times, 6 times more expensive than this. This device designed for Africa, designed to be cheap. So let's say 4 or 5 times cheaper than others, you can provide IPTV. That's enough for now. Thank you very much. Thanks for listening. I'll just pass to LibIT guys. At the end, I come back to talk about trainings. I want to introduce the training careers. What is the certification, how you can go through and take a lot of contacts. Thank you very much. You want to talk? Thanks. Bye-bye.
Thank you so very much. Did we learn anything new?
Any questions, any problems, just let me know.
Got a question?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, for the last one you just showed,
Yeah.
why is it that you say it's only used for Africa?
The IPTV, you mean?
Yeah.
You know, the IPTV has teleports in different countries.
Yeah.
Because you have to fetch channels already. So you need to connect to any teleport in different countries, and to fetch each channel, you need 2-3 megabits per second minimum. So let's say 100 channels, you need 300-400 megabit internet connection. And I know in Liberia it's not cheap. 1 megabit download, 1 megabit upload is very expensive. How much is in this country? 1 meg down, 1 meg up.
450.
Very expensive, just 1 meg. With that 1 meg, you even cannot bring 1 channel. Each channel needs 2 meg, 3 meg minimum. Netflix requires 4 meg. 4 meg. But you just need to get 1 Netflix channel here, then distribute it.
That's IPTV. That's local IPTV. You don't need to bring, you don't need internet. You can just make your channels locally, set up your satellite locally. This device converts that to IPTV and distributes in multicast. Yeah.
Yeah. You was like advertising the product and some of the quality of the product, but I'm a Cisco lover.
Okay.
And I'm part of the Cisco Java platform.
Okay,
So
good.
I really want to know using some of the products, like you talking about your map and dates.
Yeah.
Dates, what are some of the security advancements that you have?
Yeah.
It's more marketable because I believe your company and that of Cisco is not is a competition.
Yeah.
So I want to understand on that map dates. What are some of the security that you have most advanced that you can work
Okay.
with?
If you're a Cisco guru, you have to compare Mocratic with Cisco because Mocratic is exactly the same as Cisco. It makes exactly the same products, exactly the same protocols. Cisco has some proprietary protocols like EIGRP, IGRP. Mocratic also has some proprietary protocols. For example, Mocratic has very unique tunnel called EOIP. EOIP is the only tunnel which you can bridge it. Even Cisco doesn't have this. So when you say Cisco, you can compare Mocratic with Cisco. And Mocratic is very powerful in firewall. Mocratic has layer 2 firewall. Means you can manage it based on the MAC address locally in your layer 2 subnet. Mocratic already has layer 3. Mocratic can be a port knocker. You can manage a port knocking scenario on Mocratic layer 3. Mocratic has layer 7 firewall. You can manage applications like Skype, WhatsApp, Viber, Facebook application, YouTube application in layer 7. Mocratic can be a content filter. It does filtering on content. Also can be IDS. You know IDS, intrusion detection system. It can detect viruses, malware, Trojan, badware. Also can be IPS, IPSD. You know IPSD, IP scan detection. It can detect any IP scan or port scan. DDoS attack mitigation. It can be very good anti-attacker. But by default, Mocratic is empty. No configuration, no setting. By default, it accepts any traffic. Unlike Cisco Peaks Firewall, which by default denies traffic. And you need to accept by yourself. Mocratic is all the way around. By default, Mocratic accepts all traffic. You just need to deny what you don't want. So let's say Mocratic is very good in security, but by default it's empty. You need to just configure.
Yeah, with the marketing, with the positive limitation of Europe, I would like to recommend to Microtik to at least develop a software platform that will easily access from some of the UR when it comes to security.
We already have RouterOS. You easily can access it. It's even free. You can go to mocratic.com, download the RouterOS x86 version. You can set it up on your laptop for free. Same router. Yeah. Any questions, please? Thank you very much.
Thank you. Thank you. No question, any comment? Any comment? IPT?
Yeah, this is IPTV, no problem.
IPTV.
Huh?
IPTV.
Yeah, IPTV. Each module can support either one HD channel or two SD channels. Let's say if you've got like 30 cards, you can have 60 channels. And you don't need to fetch from the internet. You just need to set up your satellite. You have SDTV at home. With one of these devices, you can distribute to your neighbors, to your family around.
Now, Google does not give me money. Yesterday, you were in yours.
The Abi Wafa. Ugobi Abi Wafa.
Just elaborate a little bit on this one here.
Which one? Wi-Fi?
This one.
Yeah, this one is, this is a project already in Nigeria. We have already deployed this project. The project supposed to have 2,500. At the moment, we have installed less than 1,000, but every week we are adding more boxes. But for that project, we got access of the poles from the government. Government has given us access to the street poles. We just set up this box at the pole, and we feed it with the solar panel. It comes to the battery, and battery goes directly to the switch. This is the solar switch. So you connect your solar panel to the switch, your battery to the switch, and your consumer to the switch. It supports the PoE out, and all these devices are already PoE. This is the point-to-point to right side, point-to-point to left side, each PoE. Also, this camera is PoE, and the access point is PoE. So this is totally off-grid project. We don't need city power, we don't need generator, we need nothing. We just need a solar panel. And also we have calculated, because Nigeria has same as here, has 6 months rainy season. For the rainy season, with those solar panels, we have already calculated 2 days of cloudy environment. And 2-3 days might be enough, because one battery lasts for 1 day. So if you just add more battery, depends on countries, because sun direction is different. In this country, it might be less or more than Nigeria. But we already can support 2-3 days of cloudy environment. Fully off-grid. Also, inside this box, we have a sensor board. This sensor board designed to send you information about the power consumption, current, voltage level, if the device is off, if it's on. It gives you information, it reports you. Also with this antenna, which is very cheap one, have you heard about LoRaWAN? LoRaWAN is very low frequency product. It can last for 200 kilometers, but very short bandwidth, very small. So remotely you can control this box, and also you can command, you send a command to it. Let's say you remotely need to reboot this device. Or you remotely need to monitor how much is the power consumption, or how much is the level of current at the moment. You can just manage it with that tool. Once you have too many boxes, then managing of them might be so expensive. Let's say you have to send your field engineers every day to manage this box, that box. But with this one, you remotely get information, and you just send your field engineers in case it's needed. You don't need just to send them to give you information. You can get your information from here.
Yeah, man.
Yeah.
When it comes to LibIT box, you said the battery lasts for like 1 or 2 days, right?
Yeah.
And then provided when there is adequate sunshine, right?
Yeah.
So why in case there was a continuation of rainfall?
Yeah, we are calculating in Nigeria, we don't have more than 3 days cloudy one. Even if the environment is really cloudy or rainy environment, you still can get the power, but less than that. We calculate 5 hours a day, full sunny day. And in terms of a rainy one, we calculate only 30 minutes or 1 hour of energy. But by adding more batteries, we can overcome that problem. Depends on the country. If you need more days, more power, then you can add just more batteries. Panel is the same. You just need to add more batteries. Maybe in your country you need to put another box underneath just as the battery box. You need 2-3 more batteries. You can save as much as you like.
So if you try to increase the battery,
Yeah.
then how about the solar itself? Do you have to kind of increase it? Or
Yeah, there is calculation actually. That's in designing and planning stuff. Before setting up, you just need to say, okay, I need 3 days of online power. My consumption is this much, because it really depends on your consumption. At this box, we have only 3 devices. 10 watts per hour, 10 watts per hour, maximum 12 watts per hour. So for this box, we've got like 32 watts per hour consumption. Depends what is your device, how much is the real consumption. Then we can calculate exactly. You tell me you need 7 days of power. I calculate, okay, you need to add this much battery, you need to have this, how many panels. Thank you very much.
We're putting them together for 9, please.